AFTV Lee, do you see any improvements there today?
No, I'll be honest. If we're going to be really honest, if Emery had picked that team, everybody would have been going mad. We've been absolutely going mad. I'll be honest with that. And then to bring on Saka in front of Martinelli or Pepe, everybody would be going mad. But listen, as everyone's going to say in there, it's going to take a little bit of time. The defensive frailties were there for all to see again. But I felt it was a slightly more improved performances than I've seen.
We had more shots than the opposition, which is something we haven't seen this season.
Yeah, I thought going forward we was a lot better. It was a little bit of exciting, but more excitement into it. But you have to look at it. Leno has made save after save today, been exposed time and time again, and he made some fantastic saves. And you have to look at it. He's the man of the match. I've got to say this. I thought Xhaka played well today. I thought he was, but I thought Aubameyang worked really hard. And Lacazette, I thought was poor today again. He had a couple of good chances. His hold-up play wasn't quite there. But listen, you're not going to play well every week, and you're not going to have good games. But when you're not doing that, you've got to have some sort of structure in there, so you're not as open as what we were, and we was too open again today. Too open.
Yeah, I mean, listen, as you said with the team selection, he went with Mustafi instead of Socrates. He also, like you said, shows a lot of faith in the young players that he will know from the Willock, and bringing on Saka, which I thought that was a very bold thing to do. Didn't work out though, did it?
No, it didn't work out, and it was a bold move. But you have to turn around and say to yourself, ask the question: what has he done more than Martinelli to get that little bit extra time? I think Martinelli should be starting at the moment. If I look at it today, Mesut Ozil played wide on the left. Martinelli should be doing that role. Or Pepe, so there's a lot of questions on the team selection there today. Was he catering for Mesut Ozil? I thought that he went a bit too bold with the more experienced players, and as you say, a little bit too bold with bringing on Saka. But listen, I think Mustafi, I don't think he's done anything wrong in the games that he's played. But then when it matters in the Premier League today, letting players go from the halfway line to the edge of the box, and they're more worried about the overlap player instead of the player on the ball. And of course, that's what happens for the goal. But we've got to protect these players as well by putting players in midfield in front of them. I thought Shaq had done that well today. I have to say that. I thought he was disciplined. But then you see Torreira come on. Is he disciplined when he comes on? I don't see that. There's a lot to do, and look, Freddie's going to do it temporarily, and that's where it's going to have to be temporarily.
And who, if he obviously be doing temporarily, who would you bring in full time?
I think there's two. For me, I think there's two. For me, it's two. You go for the experience of someone that's won things in Allegri, but the downside of that is that he's not done anything in the Premier League, when it's a different animal. Or the other one is to go for Brendan Rodgers. Now, people say, we might not come, or it's going to cost this and cost that. Well, if you want the best, or you want the best that's available, you have to make them available. And Arsenal have got the money, or if they choose not to spend the money. There's a difference, Robbie. And there's a difference. So they've got look. We're a club at the moment. We're in free fall. We're going down and down and down. Someone's got to take control of it. Finances have got. We've got to go in January and buy some. Don't matter who's coach of this team. They've got to go out and spend big on some defenders because we haven't got none. Simple as that, what I mean? None of that are any good. So we've got to get that, then get the coach in there. For me, Brendan Rodgers would be the ideal choice because, as people have said, this thing about winning things, he's won things at Celtic in Scotland. Does that count? I think it does. What I mean? So he's won things there, but he's more importantly he's managed a big club in Liverpool, and he's also managed a club like Leicester where he's got to make players better, and that's exactly what Arsenal need.